Breaking news, Nigerians. Aso Rock on fire as PDP, Labour Party and other lawmakers take stance on military coups in African countries. This will really interest you. Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The majority caucus of the House of Representatives has condemned the recent sparks of military coups in Africa, saying it is a setback for democracy on the continent. Politics Nigeria reports that the political parties that make up the caucus include the People's Democratic Party, PDP, the Labour Party, the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, the Africa Democratic Congress, ADC, the Young People's Party, YPP, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, and the Social Democratic Party, SDP. In a statement issued by the leader of the caucus, Honorable Kingsley Chida, the lawmakers said the coups are a result of bad governance, inordinate ambitions, and a disconnect between leaders and citizens. Chida said the coups are also a warning sign of likely dangers ahead if African leaders do not do the right thing. He urged African leaders to pursue good governance and ensure the rule of law, saying this is the only way to stop military interventions in democratic governance. The minority caucus also condemned any plans by the African Union, the United Nations, or any other global association to use force or coercion to restore democratic governance in Africa. The lawmakers said the use of force would only worsen the situation and make it more difficult to achieve peace and stability. They called on all African leaders to work together to address the root of causes of the coups, such as bad governance and poverty. The statement read, "It is extremely sad, deeply worrisome, and pathetically shameful that the continent in the past few years has witnessed a sudden rise in military coups in some countries, thereby rolling back the gains of the democratic struggles for the return to civil rule of the late 1980s and 1990s. It is totally condemnable that in the past decade, the military purchase has taken place in Sudan, Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, and now Gabon, that these countries are in the western, northern, and central regions of Africa, which represent more than half of the entire continent, cause for serious concerns and deliberating worries. Confronted with the pains and miseries fostered by these sit-tight leaders on helpless citizens who have been going through thorough years and decades of bad governance, coercion, economic hardship, serious social deprivation, deep-rooted poverty, deliberate intimidation, and coercive lack, military interventions of any guise will not only be welcome but celebrated by citizens of these countries. Fact is, having suffered long and painful years of total neglect by their leaders through official insensitivity, deliberate class segregation, enforcement of inimical political and economic programs, and other negative decisions and actions, sadly, the sound of material music has become a welcome relief and friend for citizens. The now frequent coups on the continent are also adduced to the sit-tight desires of some of these leaders who continuously manipulates and compromises the system to achieve their egoistic and democratic ambitions, he noted. Revolutions begins with seemingly unconscious incidents, but things spray out of hand before anyone realizes it. Recall how the French Revolution and Arab Spring began with the vigorous of personal and national challenges that have bedeviled many countries. Any ambition group of military officers is likely to leverage on the negative situations and force themselves on the people. The precarious situations and numerous challenges that stifled meaningful growth and development in countries that are witnessing military governance calls for urgent and immediate intervention by other frontline African leaders, African Union, the United Nations, and relevant global bodies. However, it is imperative to state in clear terms that deploying brute force and aggressive in whatever guise is not the solution to the problems at hand. While the Coups condemns in entirety any plans by either the AU, UN, or any other association to use force or coercion in restoring democratic governance in Gabon, Niger Republic, or any other country in Africa, we urge all leaders in Africa to pursue and ensure good governance. This is the only panacea towards arresting and stopping unnecessary military interruptions in constitutional democracy across the continent. This is long overdue and absolutely necessary. When leaders in Africa begin to meet the expectations of people through selfless service, resourceful and responsive delivery of good governance, adherence to the rule of law, and protection of persons and properties, military incursion will definitely take the back seat, Honorable Chida said. Exactly. Good governance. Good governance is just all this problem here and there. When you give the people good governance, what will the military come to do? Nothing. But this is what they don't understand. If they like, they should take all the generals in the US, in France, anywhere, to fight these people. It will not stop it until you stop what you are doing. Do the needful. It's just the answer. Finished. So guys, let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel.